What's up, YouTube Nation? You beautiful YouTube refuge girls, guys, cats, kittens, dogs, whatever we got going on over there. Can you hear me? Give me a 5x5 in the chat. Let us know that the best production quality in the universe is working successfully, so that way we know that you can hear us. Shout out to Lauren. Got a new mic right here on the hat. Can you hear me?
We got a 5x5.
Or 5x5. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Sorry. Hold on. I'm turning on my mic.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. So nice to be able to be heard. You know, it is
I
nice
am
to be
also
heard in
heard,
this
maybe.
world. Can you hear Lauren?
Can you hear me? I will not be eating. I inhaled my food, so you wouldn't have
We
to
hear
hear
you
me.
great today. Now, hey, Lauren, put it here. Nice. Rock and roll. They said it couldn't be done. China tried to overcome us. They couldn't do it.
You know how they tried to overcome us?
By
Cheap cords.
cheap cords.
Cheap cords.
You know what? Dirty power's a thing. It's a real thing inside of operations. Be cautious of your power sources. So, guys, this is the Refuge Report, where we bring you some of the best dang quality news in the face of the freaking internet. We tell you the truth. We tell you that Messiah loves you. We tell you to repent, for the kingdom of heaven's at hand. We also tell you what the heck the elites are trying to do to kill you. I mean, to control you. I mean, everything is fine. And no one has a gun pointed at me from the other side of this broadcast.
Also, we tell you that the media is lying to you.
The media is lying to you, but not this media. And if we are lying to you, it's just because we didn't know.
Because we were fed bad intel.
We were fed bad intel. There's a difference. There's a difference. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Derek Olson, Texas Sheep Lady, Beef Bacon, what? Scuba Rob. We got Andrew Stanix in the house. 7 Heather 7. We got the old Kermode Bear. Wilderness Bushcraft is here. Heck yeah. Matt Bear is here. Mike Mulholland. So that guy's here. Very cool. Very cool. Rue Pana is in his house. Justin Winch is here. Justin Winch is making a couple batches of pickles today, which, I mean, if you're not making pickles on a Wednesday afternoon, are you even prepping, bro?
Hey, I know that lady.
Oh my gosh, Callie from Refuge Marketing is here. Shalom. Iridium Group is here. Iridium Group, also known as the best dang Canadian I know. Not Carl is here. We don't know who he is, but he's definitely not Carl. Brenda Prince. Guys, we've got Rhonda's in the house. Heck yeah, Rhonda Miller. What a gangster. Rhonda Miller came out to our Refuge Responder class a couple weeks ago. And, dude, she performed so well. She won that class, didn't she?
She did so good, and then she also had a BB removed from her leg by our medic.
Yeah, so that was a pre-existing injury. We did not put the BB. Disclaimer, we did not put a BB in her leg. She already had a BB in her leg. And so we had, I think Medic Mike just did some minor surgery and removed it from her. Consensual, of course. All of the releases were signed. It was inside of a closed environment. No, before you ask, I'm not going to have Mike take anything else out of your body.
Oh, gosh.
Random YouTube person. Don't email me. It's not going to happen.
Start getting
Come
pictures
on.
like, what's this on my toe? Brenda, yes, you can stop by the store while you're in town and purchase a few things.
You can stop by the store, Brenda. No, we will not take anything out of you. We're not going to keep doing surgery to people who just keep showing up. That's not how this works. This is the second person we've done surgery to in the past 2 months. Mike, stop doing surgery.
He's just sat there for
Mike,
so
you
long.
just froze. The
He
BB was cast out. That's right, Rue. That's right. That's exactly what we did. Guys, we have an awesome show for you today. This show, the Refuge Report, is always brought to you by Refuge Medical. They have the best dang first aid kits and first aid training in the face of the freaking universe. Honestly, there's not another group or gaggle of gals and girls that are more pumped to serve you and to be a part of your life in terms of preparedness and safety and medical response and trauma first aid in the boo-boos, the band-aids, the ouchies, whatever you got going on. Refuge wants to be there for you. If you're not a part of the Refuge Nation, you got to get to be a part of the Refuge Nation. Subscribe to the text chain. We're sending out daily deals. It's the best deals on the face of the website. You think 20% off buckets is cool? Try being subscribed to the daily deals. There was one time, I think they texted like $20 tourniquets, legitimate real tourniquets. We took a loss. And that's just because we got sent too many tourniquets. We need to move them off our books. And we pass those deals on to you guys. That's how we do it. So shout out to Refuge Medical for sponsoring the show, giving us a place to hang out and do it. We are going to be doing a super sick giveaway during this. So some of you guys reached out. You're like, Bob, we like when you give away multiple things on a live stream because then more people get to win. We get to experience it. We're all in this together. So we got a gaggle of prizes that we're just going to give away, and that's to encourage us as we read this absolute dumpster fire of a newscast. That's just to like make it a little bit better to get through these news. So if you want to win, all you got to do is spend $100 at the store, enter in live in the comment section of your order, not on the comment section of the broadcast. I know that's confusing. There's a little notes comment section. You can just put live. We'll also just be tracking any order over $100 right now. Lauren will be entering you in.
116. Any order between 116 and the end of live stream, I will put in there.
We're going to go through. I'm going to let you guys know what we're giving away because it's kind of crazy. We got a 1-of-1 two-tone baby blue adventure bag. This thing is hot. It is nice.
Actually, Britt gave that up. Like, Britt's been eyeballing that.
Britt's been eyeballing this for a minute.
She was, like, thinking about keeping it. She's like, that might be mine.
So you got your sky blue flower print, and then you got a baby blue backer. Two-tone there. Very pretty little kit with the black contrast. I think it looks very nice. We've got some rip shears, a mini set of rip shears. These are nice because they have the cutter right here. We don't sell these in the store, but we do like them. So these are going to go in the giveaway. We got a full hydration kit. So this is coming with your Tri-Oil rehydration salts, your Jocko rehydration pack, as well as a Refuge Nalgene bottle. Fully built out belt kit from the Cool Guy Multicam.
I'm sure they love that.
Shout out to Multicam for being so cool. You got your wound packing gauze, S-Mark, and gloves. Then you got a tourniquet that's quick deploy with chest seals right behind it. So
Aladdin
boom.
said, "Will there be stickers?" We should totally. Do we have stickers?
We have. I mean, we do have some stickers.
We should do a sticker pack.
We should do a sticker pack. Boom. Sticker pack also to one of you lucky winners. I don't have the sticker pack in front of me, but we're going to do it just for Paladin, whatever your name is, that guy. We got a beanie with, of course, Yahoo's name on it, and then Refuge Medical on the other side. It is to be worn this way front. Refuge Medical always takes the back seat to the Most High Creator. And then we've got a black multicam Bearfac fully built out. Everything's in here. Hemostatics, tourniquet, all that cool stuff. Fully built out Bearfac, fully built out belt kit. You got the beanie, the rip shears. What you got over here?
Oh, no.
Ren's like,
Oh, no.
Ren's like, hey, I got to do it. I got to let him know.
No, come on. Get over here,
Come on, Ren. Come on. You
Get
can do
in
it.
the frame.
Look at this guy. This guy over here. Come on.
Hey, Bob, are you busy?
No, I'm not doing anything right now, man. If you got to pound a bucket, this would be a great time to do it.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to show you how I do this. I got a new technique.
New technique?
Yeah.
Here we go.
boy.
New technique. New
Yeah.
bucket
Well,
technique.
I'm still channeling my inner childhood drama,
Well, that's good.
but I added an extra move.
Okay, here we go. Here's the move, guys. You ready?
Oh, boy.
It looks similar to the old move. You might say it looks very similar, but it's completely different.
Completely different. Updated.
Then I take a pause. Right?
You gotta.
Yeah, because you don't want to overdo it, you know?
Yeah.
You want to save some more drama for the next bucket.
That's right. You gotta spread it out.
See? 8 shots.
8 shots.
That's all it takes.
Boom. 8 shots. There you go. And
Surgical bucket.
surgical bucket. Oh, and that reminds me, we got a new flat rate shipping right now for all buckets. If you guys are worried about bucket shipping costs, we had a couple people reach out. We go ahead and we made it a flat rate shipping, and the bucket sale ends today, right? Yep. Today? So the bucket sale ends today. So this is your last day to get the 20% off on the buckets. Any bucket right now would get you qualified for the giveaway. So grab your preps because we're about to get into the news. And with that, that's when you're gonna realize you need them. It's the screams that gets me, guys.
Hey, you know what I thought about a minute ago?
What did you think about a minute ago?
Let me know y'all's thoughts. What would you think if we ended the live stream from now on with a blooper reel from the funny things that happened that week while
Would
we were
you
filming?
like a blooper reel at the end of every Refuge report?
I mean, I can't guarantee it would be every week, but like some of the stuff that happens while we're trying to film.
No, we're very serious all the time. We're very serious and dedicated to seriousness.
Let us know.
Ren always has the orange hammer in his hand. Yeah, that's actually just Ren's EDC. You can
Walmart,
find him
hammer.
on the mean streets of the Spyro
Yeah.
area of just walking around, orange hammer in hand. So be careful. Be careful. Bloopers are always appreciated. Yes, 100%. Absolutely, absolutely, Lauren. Guys, share the stream out so that friends you know can get good news and so that they could win awesome med gear. I'm going to leave this right here. It's going to hold my microphone. We're going to be good to go. All right? Shout out to the Nalgene bottle for holding the microphone. So with
At
that,
the end, please.
let's get into this. Lauren will do a little poll. Let us know which item you want to win the most. Whether you want to win the bear fact, whether you want to win the shears, whatever it is. We're going to get into this news, guys. All right. Where do we want to start? You know what? We'll start here. This is coming at us from Atlas News. Jordan Goodrow, the former Green Beret behind the disastrous 2020 coup attempt against Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, has been arrested in New York on multiple charges related to weapons trafficking, according to the Associated Press. The coup, which was named Operation Gideon, had essentially ended before it could even start, as Venezuelan forces had advanced knowledge of the plot. An attempt to carry out an amphibious raid from Colombia into Venezuela using two boats carrying two American mercenaries employed by Goodrow's private security company Silvercorp and dozens of Venezuelan descendants failed almost immediately. The first boat attempted to reach land near the coastal town of Mucado, but was met by Venezuelan forces and a firefight ensued. The second boat, low on fuel with a broken motor, guys, got to do your pre-combat checks. Low on fuel and with a broken motor, decided to drop off much of the remaining team on land and attempt to escape and was later intercepted at sea. In the end, 6 plotters were killed and dozens were arrested, including the 2 Americans. So, Jordan Goodrow, you've dishonored the Green Beret. Have fun in prison, bro. Weapons trafficking, bad. Don't traffic weapons. Don't try to stage coups. It definitely makes you wonder where the money came from. I'm sure it wasn't any 3-letter agencies. I'm sure. They would never do that. They would never do that. So, continuing on, guys, we're going to hit a couple of different things. Speaking about Venezuela, we got some serious happenings going on in the banana republic, country that is Venezuela. It's a totally safe place. You should take your kids there for vacation. No, I'm just joking. It's in absolute flames right now. It's an uproar. Protests are erupting in Venezuela after disputed election results. We had they had literal gunfire in the streets trying to shoot voters for attempting to vote for the candidate that they were choosing. I'm sure that would never happen here.
What are you talking about?
Dude, what am
we're the safest, most
secure,
free. Everything's real. The elections are never rigged. They would never do that.
They're good. It's a good election process. Trust it.
You know what?
Hey,
I can
trust
say
the results.
I can say this with 100% certainty.
She says, nodding her head,
shaking it side to side. Our elections have always been fair.
Yes. Opposition leader Maria Corina Machado said there is proof that her party defeated President Nicolas Maduro's ruling party. Protests erupted in Venezuela on July 29th in the wake of a disputed election result in which both President Nicolas Maduro and his opponent Edmundo Gonzalez claimed victory. The Venezuelan Conflict Observatory and advocacy group reported on social media about clashes between some protesters and security forces. The group said that more than 180 protests occurred in 20 of the country's 23 states. Numerous acts of repression and violence carried out by the paramilitary collectives and security forces have been reported. The group reported on July 29th through the social media platform X. On Monday, protesters tore down a statue of Hugo Chavez, Mr. Maduro's late mentor, who was elected in 1999 and died in 2013. Mr. Chavez ushered in an era of socialist rule into the country, which went really well for them, right?
Yeah, totally.
No, it went terrible. They couldn't afford food. They were starving in the streets. They were eating dogs. It was awful. It's been a terrible time. The Venezuelan people have been oppressed. They need to be freed of this absolute communistic regime. Maria Corina Machado, the leader of the opposition party, said at a press conference on Monday that the opposition had proof that her party defeated Mr. Maduro's ruling party in the July 28th election. She said that 73% of the tally votes accessible to the opposition showed Mr. Gonzalez had a clear victory, securing more than twice as many votes as Mr. Maduro. Meanwhile, Venezuelan election officials said on Monday that Mr. Maduro had won a third 6-year term with 51% of the vote. Both the ruling party and the opposition have called on their supporters to march. That sounds like what? It's like a civil, wouldn't be war. Would it? I bet you not. I bet you not. We'll just keep reading. Mr. Mikado wrote in July 30th X post, "My dear Venezuelans, tomorrow we meet as a family organized, demonstrating the determination we have to make every vote and defend the count." Mr. Maduro's campaign manager, Jorge Rodriguez, who is a ruling party lawmaker, seems a little bit biased, also urged supporters to march to the Miraflores Palace, the official residence of the president, to support the ruling party. Mr. Maduro, who's 61, said he supports peace, said on the state television on Monday night. What was that? The what television? The state television? Your paid programming? Programming? Okay. Anyways, back to your unscheduled unprogramming. We have been following all the acts of violence promoted by the extreme right. I can tell the people of Venezuela that if they have done harm, we are acting. We already know this movie, so once more, along with the civil, military, and police union, we are acting. We already know how they operate. The United States considers Mr. Maduro's re-election in 2018 fraudulent. He took office from Hugo Chavez after the former leader died in 2013. Mr. Maduro has been called a dictator by world leaders. Supporters of the opposition had hoped a change of government would spare them from another 6-year term of Mr. Maduro. Under his leadership, Venezuela's economy has collapsed. A third of the population has migrated elsewhere, and diplomatic relations have deteriorated. The United States, the European Union, and other imposed sanctions on the country, crippling its struggling oil industry. The Biden administration gave Mr. Maduro relief from the Trump-era oil sanctions. Why would you do that? That's weird. Why would you take the sanctions off? That's weird. I don't know. Along with other forms of relief in exchange for his promise to hold fair elections monitored by neutral international observers. Because if there's one thing about the United States is they know about fair and free elections.
We are the standard.
We are the standard for democracy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I've never heard about other countries like thinking, wow, America's really not got their crap together. Like, they all think we're the best.
Yeah, Iridium Group said it perfectly. First word civil, second word rhymes with door. Yeah.
Is it like poor?
Yeah, poor. Civil poor. I think that's what they're going for.
Floor.
Guys, if you were to track the evolution of what is happening in Venezuela, we're about 3 or 4 steps down from where they are currently right now.
I mean, are we though?
I mean, it's maybe a little bit farther
November's
down.
like,
I don't know.
See, we're like what? We're like August, September, October.
Matt Bear said CIA on both sides of this one. Yeah, if you were smart, you'd play both sides of the coin.
Before you move on to the next story, I have something funny.
Share it. Share something funny with the
Okay,
people.
so if you're not on our Instagram broadcast channel, you 100% should be, because we also share funny memes in there. We share news in there. We share sometimes deals in there. So today, I hinted about something that's dropping tomorrow. And
Yep.
I said, worst guesses only. What new kit is about to drop? Great answers.
Yeah, the answers were great.
Let me just say a couple of them, okay? I really liked this one. Announcing a home security package in partnership with Cheeto Defense.
Oh, beautiful.
I
Yeah,
loved it, yeah.
Absolutely.
A Refuge Rhino collab kit.
Yes, yeah, we're going to be doing that.
The Improvise kit comes with a Timo brand shirt and scotch tape.
Yep, absolutely.
Bearscaped personal hygiene travel kit. Don't look so grizzly.
That's so great.
I'll stop there. Anyways.
Yeah, guys, make sure you're hopping on the Instagram broadcast channel. If you're not on it already, it is a great time. We have a ton of fun over there. The memes are magnifique, right? Anthony said, hello, my friends. God bless you all. Bless you. Bless you. Do we need to put anything in the comment section in order for the giveaway? Yeah, you can put live, but Lauren's also tracking it, so don't worry too much about it. She's on top of it. She's on it like a bonnet. Don't forget, giveaways going on right now. Anybody who spends $100, you got a chance to win a Bear Fac in black multicam, a multicam belt kit, a hat. You've got the rip shears. You got the 1 of 1 blue on blue, and that's not a pun. Adventure bag as well. Some really, really great gear. Oh,
Guys,
and the
I'm
hydration kit that I'm using as a microphone stand right now.
I'm putting it on the scrolly bar that's supposed to be on the bottom that I forgot to put on there, and then all the rules will be on there. You just read it real slow.
Boom. Just read it real slow. Read it twice if you need to. All right, so to go to the totally free and fair state of the United States of America and kind of how we're doing it right now, This is coming from CPSC. Amazon's responsible for hazardous products sold by third-party sellers recalls. More than 400,000 products are subject to the order. Man, you mean that Amazon sells stuff that isn't safe and maybe doesn't do the job they say it does? That's crazy. Anyways, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, the CPSC, on Tuesday issued a unanimous decision, which is crazy, and order finding Amazon.com responsible for distributing products that pose a significant safety risk to consumers. The determination includes more than 400,000 units of faulty carbon monoxide detectors, hair dryers lacking electrocution protection, and children's sleepwear that does not meet the federal flammability standards, according to the July 30th order from the commission. So it's like, Bob, it's not that big of a deal. Amazon just sold some spoons that were bad. No, they're literally carbon monoxide detectors and kids' sleepwear. Bruh. Anyways, the commission classified Amazon as a distributor under the CPSA, the Consumer Product Safety Act, thereby holding the company legally accountable for the recall of these hazardous items sold by third-party vendors through the fulfillment of the Amazon program. The products in question were deemed substantial product hazards under the CPSA. The court order mandates that Amazon develop comprehensive remediation plans to inform customers in the product about these dangerous products and implement remedies to remove them from the consumers' homes, which the Commission will review and address in a subsequent order. On July 14, 2021, the CPSC initiated an administrative complaint against Amazon, this is 3 years ago, alleging the distribution of hazardous products. This has been ongoing for 3 years. The case proceeded before an administrative law judge, and the Commission issued the new order after both Amazon and the CPSC had previously appealed various aspects of the judge's ruling. During the administrative proceedings, Amazon did not dispute that the products in question were hazardous. However, the company argued that Amazon did not qualify as a distributor. The judge dismissed Amazon's argument, ruling that the company did indeed function as a distributor. This week's decision by a commission upheld that ruling. So this is hilarious. 3 years ago, Amazon got caught for selling faulty carbon monoxide readers, which is a huge deal. And their argument was, even though they did all of the distribution for the product, held it in their distribution centers, did the actual logistics behind distribution, being the delivery of said products, that they were not distributors because they had a third party selling on their website. Unbelievable. Guys, if you have any of these products that might seem faulty, get rid of them. Just get rid of them. Go get actual good gear. Go to your local hardware store, for the love of Pete. Man, I don't know who Pete is, but somebody needs to give him some love. So, Amazon has tons of dropship stuff coming out of Temu in China. Yeah, every day. Every day. It just is what it is. All right, so foreign actors seek to shape and influence U.S. elections, the intelligence community warns. What?
Never.
But weren't we just talking about how they're helping Venezuela? They're keeping Venezuela accountable with their elections. And our elections are the standard. They're the gold standard. Anyways, I wonder what group it is. It's probably like Sweden, right? Or like the UK.
Who?
Oh, the CCP. Oh, that's right. That's who's trying to influence our elections.
Listen, they really care, okay?
They're invested
always
in
trying
us.
to be involved because they care.
That's what it is. Come from a good place here. CCP entities have collaborated with a China-based technology company to enhance the PRC's covert online influence operations.
Wait, you mean like they're using all of this hacking and all of the online things to somehow influence our election?
Now, Lauren, I don't know much, all right? And I'm not going to pretend to know much. But if you give me a computer and you tell me to vote on it, and then you say, don't worry about the Chinese hacking problem that we know is happening right now.
Oh my God, my brain.
I personally am going to be pretty concerned about that.
Could you imagine if they were like, from now on you can vote from home?
They're trying to make that happen.
What?
They're trying to make that happen. That is actively an attempt of them right now.
No.
Yep. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Mail-in voting, dude. Thank you, 2020, the year that shall live in infamy. Oof.
Started out as such a cool year.
Oof.
You know, like January, everyone's like having like the 2020 parties. Or like,
yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
Dude, it was so chill. 2019 was like a year. It was a vibe.
And then like, you know, February, you're like, oh my God, that's kind of crazy.
That's
what?
crazy.
And then
What?
like March, you're like, oh my gosh, what is happening?
This is the worst.
And then by April, you're like,
I'm going to Walmart and I'm not wearing the diaper. That's what I was like in April. Personally, as a person who works in the shipping industry, I know how much crap we get on ships from China. It's appalling. Truly a sad thing to see. People are addicted to buying crap. We're in a consumerist culture, man. Don't get in the way of the consumerist culture. U.S. foreign adversaries will recruit Americans and use other tactics to influence the elections in November to advance their interests. A July 29 security update from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, the ODNI, has warned. Foreign actors continue to rely on witting and unwitting Americans to seed, promote, and add credibility to narratives that serve the foreign actors' interests. These foreign actors seek to take advantage of these Americans to spread messaging through their channels and engagements. The report said the intelligence community expects foreign actors to adjust their influence operations in response to this month's developments to promote influence narratives seeking to undermine democratic institutions, foment discord, and or change the public opinion. In the last couple of weeks, the race to the White House has seen significant developments, including the attempted assassination of former President Donald J. Trump, President Joe Biden's withdrawal from the race, and the endorsement of Vice President Kamala Harris as the Democratic Party's presidential candidate. Officials did not specifically mention these developments in the update. The update noted that the Chinese Communist regime, Russia, and Iran, the old trio, the Three Musketeers, are using influence campaigns to influence the politics and policies of the United States to benefit their interests and undermine U.S. democracy and Washington's standing in the world. These adversaries also refine their strategies to hide their involvement. Beijing influence operations. The ODNI update warns that the Chinese Communist regime will seek to disparage candidates that it views as threats to Beijing's core interests. Beijing already used the same tactics in a handful of 2022 midterm elections where candidates from both parties were targeted, according to the update. The intelligence community is also aware that PRC influence actors are using social media to sow divisions in the United States and portray democracies as chaotic. The update notes, using an acronym for Communist China's official name, the People's Republic of China. The PRC's government entities have collaborated with a China-based tech firm to enhance the PRC's covert online influence operations, including to more efficiently create content that also connects with local audiences. They're targeting you, not the masses, you. During the U.S. midterm election cycle in 2022, Beijing's propaganda arm used TikTok accounts on influential candidates. The annual threats assessment by the U.S. Intelligence Committee published in February found that the Chinese Communist regime may attempt to influence the 2024 elections at some level to suppress critics and amplify societal divisions. What? You mean a house divided can't stand? That's weird. That's weird.
I read that in a book.
The PRC aims to sow doubts about U.S. leadership, undermine democracy, and extend Beijing's influence. Beijing's information operations primarily focus on promoting pro-China narratives, refuting U.S.-promoted narratives, and countering U.S. and other countries' policies that threaten Beijing's interests, including China's international image, access to the markets, and technological expertise. Russian campaigns. The update said that the intelligence community also noted that Russia poses a threat to the November U.S. elections as Moscow continues to employ a range of influence tactics and actors to extend its reach and produce content that impresses U.S. audience. These actors are seeking to back a presidential candidate in addition to influencing congressional electoral outcomes, undermine public confidence in the electoral process, and exacerbate socio-political divisions. They're trying to decay the system. This is fifth-gen warfare. Pay attention, people. According to the report, foreign actors hire marketing and public relations companies, which offer expertise in a wide range of services with more agility and fewer bureaucratic hurdles than government agencies. Moscow uses Russia-based firms to shape public opinion in the United States, including the election-related operations. These firms have created influence platforms directly and discreetly engaged Americans and used improved tools to tailor content for U.S. audiences while hiding Russia's hand. In March, a Kremlin spokesperson said Russia never interfered in elections of the United States and isn't planning to interfere in the upcoming elections in November. During a congressional hearing before the Senate Intelligence Committee in May about foreign threats to the 2024 elections, the director of the NIH and the director of the National Institute of Intelligence, Avril Haines, said, Russia remains the most active foreign threat to our elections. The Russian government's goal is to influence operations and tends to include eroding trust in U.S. democratic institutions, exacerbating socio-political divisions in the United States, and degrading Western support to Ukraine. Boop, 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 boop. We should totally trust the election process. Your vote actually matters. Make sure you get out there and vote, because it's going to matter and stuff. You like that song?
That was great.
Thank you. I just wrote it. I just came up with it right here. The Rickster said democracy. We're a representative republic. That looks like a tactical pizza warming bag. It is a tactical pizza warming bag. This could actually be whatever you want it to be. It's not a tactical warming pizza bag right now. All things are possible through Christ who strengthens me.
I used to use the adventure bag as my purse.
Yeah, I use this as my computer bag. We'll take a quick gander. Let's look at these pockets. Whoa, look at those pockets. All those pockets capability. Boom, boom. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. This is a great mom bag. This is a great, I guess you could wear it if it was a guy, even though the Bible says don't be feminine. But to each their own. Boop, boop, boop. This would be a great little like diaper bag too. I think you could like EDC some diapers in this. Maybe keep like your little gat in there if you're a mom who's smart and carries that thing on her. Shout out to the moms who carry their gats. You guys are the real ones. You guys are the real ones. So many pockets. There are. There's a bunch of pockets in there. Then with that, guys, all you gotta do is spend $100. You can win either the custom 101 blue on blue adventure bag. You can wear in a fully built out belt kit, a black multicam bear fac with all the components in it. We got the rip shears too. You got the Refuge Yod He Vad He beanie, as well as you got the Refuge hydration kit. This comes with the oral rehydration salts and the Jocko Fuel rehydration kit as well. You don't get my microphone. I gotta keep my microphone for obvious reasons.
There's only 3 people entered right now, so your chances of winning are
100% right now. If you get entered right now, you have a 100% chance of winning. Get entered right now. Get entered. Do it. I'm getting my stomp bag, different color. Also, I got the field medic bag too. I would rather be over prepared. That's smart. Make sure you take advantage of the bucket bundle, man.
You know what?
Get the complete bucket bundle with the 2 wound cares, the surgical, or the 2 wound cares in the surgical bucket. That's the way to go. You have surgical capability and then support capability behind it. That is the cat's pajamas.
It's amazing the difference in mindset, because obviously Refuge Nation knows the importance of being prepared, but some of the comments that we get on, just for example, our EDC videos and stuff, they're like, oh, I guess you just plan on bleeding out all the time, or like, so I just have to carry a tourniquet all the time, or, there's other things in life and all this stuff. And it's like, well, multiple employees at this facility have rendered aid in car accidents.
TJ was rendering aid at a rollover 2 days ago.
Literally on his way home from Texas.
Yeah. And
that's not the first car accident he's stumbled upon, I don't think. So
all you got to do is place an order, $100 or over RP, and you're good to enter. You don't got to do anything in checkout. And guys, the whole I guess you're planning to bleed out all the time. No, I'm not planning, which is why I'm carrying this stuff. Because
I'll just use a belt.
I'll just use a belt. Have you ever done that? Do it. Do it right now. That's what I am. That's where I'm at.
That should be a video. Have 2 people, one person with their belt, take it off, try to do arterial restriction. Mm-hmm. The other person do a tourniquet. We'll time it, see who's faster.
Let's do it.
Is anybody wearing a belt?
Not right now.
Oh, dang it. No, they want to see it.
Is anyone wearing... Lauren, I'm wearing a belt.
Mike!
No, we're not doing it.
No.
We'll do it as a video.
Tell them you want it, people.
You get to choose what you want to be entered to win. You get to choose what you win when your name is called.
Yeah, so first person gets first dibs.
First come, first serve.
We're doing the wheel of names
The wheel of names, and
You'll
we'll do it live.
You'll get to watch it.
And that's why Refuge Nation folks carry multiple tourniquets and kits.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. And that's why Refuge Nation folks save lives. Let's see another organization display their information about lives saved. Oh, wait. They're not. Ooh, burn.
You want to know why? Do you want to know why they're not? Because they're not a community. Ooh. They're just a business.
Get them. Get them, Lauren.
So people aren't like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell you all about this.
Because we're homies.
They're just a business.
We hang out with our people.
Yeah.
Literally, anytime you order, we're going to text you a custom video because we freaking love you. right?
And we remember you.
And we're like, oh, this is Rue Panah. Rue Panah's a gangster. They show up to every freaking live stream. That's a homie, right? Oh, this is Rhonda Miller. I've literally met Rhonda Miller and hung out with her. She's awesome. We took a BB out of her leg here.
Daniel Saxon said, "Joke's on y'all. I have a daisy chain TQ as a belt."
That's right. I got 3 tourniquets on right now as my belt.
He's like, "It's okay. I've got a belt."
Yeah, it's all right. I've got the belt.
How much time to get the order in? We will probably end this live 2:30.
Yeah, probably around 2:30 is usually where we end it. So we got about 45 minutes. I shill hard for Refuge daily. Ankle kit is the EDC. Refuge Nation for life. Gang, gang. 2 TQs on the OpFac, 1 TQ on the ankle. Pray it's always enough. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Andrew, I don't understand what you mean. Yes, I am still on the mic. Did I say something? I don't feel like I said anything, but now I'm going to second guess because you said that. We know, Brenda. We love you. Like, oh, it's Brenda again. We love Brenda.
And do you not carry line gear on your belt? What happens to that stuff? I carry line gear on my belt. I carry, so for me personally, I wear an ankle kit every day. So even if I were to like put on my battle belt, I would just have increased first aid capability. I'd have my ankle kit still on, right? So it's not a big deal. And then if I'm going to do a training or something like that, I just transition to that setup, you know. It's not that hard.
Multi-cam scriptures carrier. Like a book cover?
Like a book cover?
With a handle?
With a handle? Dude, that'd be gangster.
Like a smaller version of the adventure bag?
Yeah, we could totally do
It has
that.
like a pocket full of medical, like...
We could totally do that.
Chest seal. Is that Striker Kate? Are you screaming that like a tourniquet?
I'm not putting
We're
a chest seal
not gonna like
I'm
waste
not
a
doing,
chest seal
I'm
for
not
that.
doing, dude, you know how hard it is to get chest seals right now? All right, we're going to continue on with this awesome news. You guys spend $100 at the store, get entered in to win the giveaways. We got a bunch of cool items we're giving away. If you want to be a part of it, cool. You have a 100% probability of winning right now. Literally 100% chance. You will win if you buy right now. There's 3 people entered. So
now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's 5.
So you still have 100%.
You still have a
chance.
100% probability of winning right now. All of you who have bought are currently winning. You're killing the game. And double entries are allowed. I allowed double entries last time. So if you're like, I want to make sure and increase my odds, you can go ahead and spend another $100. Grab a wound care bucket. It's 20% off right now. It'll be $100.
Don't forget to check the daily deals tab on the website because some of them,
Bro.
There's some stuff on there right now that's fire.
Bro, and like the daily deals, we're moving old kits. We just went through Pareto season. We're moving old kits out. So like you could get a banging first. I can't tell you. We made an agreement. I can't tell you which kits. But like
some of them are not going to be here.
They're not going to be here anymore. And they're crazy on sale. All right, done. Don't say my real name. You got it, local prepper. I won't say your real name. It's Jake. I don't know. It's not Jake. I don't what if it was?
That would be terrible.
It's like, don't do it, Bob. All right, continuing on. Good news here. Russian and Chinese military planes were intercepted in the Alaska Air Defense Zone. 2 Chinese H-6 and 2 Russian Tu-95 strategic bombers were detected, tracked, and intercepted while operating in the Alaska Air Zone Defense Identification Zone. So, I mean, you know what's interesting? Like how those guys were flying together. Like, that's interesting. Like an H-6K, which is a long-range bomber of the Chinese Air Force. And then it's being escorted by an Su-30, which is a fighter jet in the Russian Air Force. So, like, Russia and China are just openly doing air patrols now.
That's kind of sus.
That's dude, it's like not super duper cool. It's not what you want to hear on a Wednesday afternoon, but it is the truth. So, this is coming to you live from U.S. News. Tom Ozempic is the one who wrote this. Or Zemic, I don't know how to pronounce that.
I think that's that new shot for weight loss.
Yeah, Ozempic.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Just work out.
There was a story, like when I was searching for stories, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna.
All right, continuing on. American and Canadian fighter jets intercepted Russian and Chinese long-range bombers operating over the international waters near Alaska on July 24th. That's recent. According to the joint U.S. and Canadian Aerospace Command and the Russian military, with some reports indicating that it was the first time that Chinese aircraft have been intercepted near Alaska. 2 Chinese H-6 and 2 Russian Tu-95 strategic bombers were detected, tracked, and intercepted on July 24th while operating in the Alaska Air Defense Identification Zone. a buffer zone of international airspace, according to the North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD. Russia's military of defense confirmed the encounter in a statement, describing it as a joint air patrol over the Chukchi Sea, Bering Sea, and northern part of the Pacific Ocean. It's normal stuff. The Chinese and Russian military activity was not threatening. So this Russian and PRC activity in the Alaska ADIZ is not seen as a threat. And NORAD will continue to monitor the competitor activity near North America and meet presence with presence, the Joint Command said in a statement. NORAD said in a post on X that it had employed a layered defense network of fighter aircraft, satellites, ground bases, and airborne radars in seamless interoperability in order to carry out the mission, with photos of the encounter provided by NORAD showing that the interception was carried out by F-16s and F-35s. Get some. And some Canadian C-18s. Moscow stated that the Russian Su-30 and Su-35 jet fighters provided air cover for the bombers and that the joint patrol lasted for more than 5 hours. Interesting. During the patrol, the aircraft of both counters...
What were they patrolling?
Yeah, that's right.
In the empty airspace.
Why? See, and
Bird watching. That's what it was.
this is normal. Even though China's never been seen in this side of this AO before, this
Totally
is normal.
normal.
This is normal. They're not doing flight paths. They're not figuring out their bombing routes. It's not a big deal.
It's not like there wasn't a student.
They're
that
not
was
testing
from
our
the
defense
CCP
systems and
that was-
seeing what our responses would be. They're not going to continue to test our defense systems so that way we become lackadaisical in our response. They would never do that. They didn't do that before. It's okay. Everybody take a deep breath. This is all fine. It's all fine.
It's not like they didn't just have a CCP student in the naval yard. Remember,
Yeah,
like,
we've not
taking
been seeing
pictures with
CCP
drones and
spies
stuff?
everywhere. Russia isn't currently stacking up supplies in Cuba. It's not a big deal. Everybody take a deep breath. This is fine. It's just a
And
Wednesday.
Spy Baroon.
Spy Baroon!
Oh man, we need to recirculate that video.
During the
That was such a
patrol,
good
the
one.
aircraft of both counters strictly obeyed the provision of the international law. There has been no violation of the airspace by foreign countries. Russia said that after the joint air patrol, all of the planes returned to base airfields. The patrol was not directed against any third countries and was part of an implementation of a joint China-Russia military cooperation plan. This is what we call a show of force. It's just a little test. A little like, hey, we're working together. We're doing this. We're right out in your backyard. The joint patrol came a day before Russian Foreign Ministry Sergei Lavrov met with Chinese counterpart Wang Yi. Gosh, these guys and their names. For talks on the sidelines of an association of Southeast Asian nations meeting of foreign ministers in Vientiane, Laos. Russia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said in a statement that during the meeting, the Russian and Chinese foreign ministers promoted practical cooperation with one another at a time of a lot of turbulence and uncertainty, while criticizing certain countries for becoming increasingly proactive in setting up restricted bloc-based military and political mechanisms in the Asia-Pacific region. Possibly referring to NATO's strategic pivot in the Indo-Pacific region? Probably not, though. We haven't been focusing a ton on South Korea and Taiwan at all. Certain countries. Guys, just say our name. Just say our name, all right? In 2022 Strategic Foresight Report, NATO has said that the Indo-Pacific landscape is likely to convert into a predominant Chinese attempt to federate or potentially constrain split countries through economic, diplomatic, cultural, and military levers, putting at risk the rule of law, international order, democratic values. There's that thing again, democratic values. Same thing we're trying to instill over in Venezuela, democratic values, maritime freedom, sovereignty, and territorial integrity. What integrity from who? We just want we want it. That's what it is. Don't forget about the Chinese military in Canada. Absolutely, Rick. We haven't forgot about that. The document called for regional organizations directly or indirectly supported or led by the United States to stand firm to counter Chinese soft and hard power, shaping multiple scenarios of geopolitical tensions and even direct confrontations. The NATO report also says that revisionist countries such as China and Russia seek to expand their regional influence, in part by providing support to low-income countries in that region. It's smart. While China and Russia have been conducting joint military training exercises for decades, their cooperation in this regard has intensified in the recent years. Russian airplanes routinely enter Alaska's ADIZ. Still, NORAD's interception on July 24th was the first time that Chinese military aircraft was intercepted in the region. According to Alexander Korolev, an expert on Russia-Chinese military cooperation at the University of South Wales in Sydney, the NORAD encounter of the Russia-Chinese joint patrol was notable for being the first intercept of Chinese military aircraft near Alaska. You see, Striker Cade? You need to not move to Alaska, bro. You know what I don't see above me? Chinese aircraft. Maybe. I don't know. It's possible. So, I'm sure that's not going to have any bearing or effect. It is something to track on, though, in terms of our national news. We should pay attention to that because it will, I mean, as times continue to deteriorate globally, as we get closer to that magical date that they don't want to happen in November, I'm sure that that will have zero effect.
Oh, gosh.
I know.
The date is just there. You know, it'd be
Jimmy
like,
Barrow's here. Shalom, Jimmy
it'd be
Barrow.
one thing if we knew, like, oh yeah, in November there will be a democratic process, and like, it's gonna be fair. It's gonna be what the people want, the majority want. But you know, 4 years ago.
Hey, whoa.
We got the
we had a
candidate
total,
we obviously
we got the
wanted.
candidate we voted for. We got the candidate we voted for.
Oh, I didn't vote,
And that was
but-
fair. That was fair and free and good and nothing
That's
bad.
all I'm saying. I just want a repeat of like
Yeah.
back when we used to have fair elections, you know, like 4 years ago.
Yeah, like in the 1800s. I mean in 2020s. Duh.
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 Okay, anyways.
All right, so moving on to the next story. TikTok has tool to collect information on users' views on social issues.
No.
What? TikTok is collecting your data on your views and what you're viewing? That's crazy. TikTok and its China-based parent company ByteDance have a tool to collect information on users based on their views and topics such as gun control, abortion, and religion, according to the Department of Justice. In a brief filed by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit on July 26, the DOJ said TikTok employees were able to communicate directly with ByteDance engineers in China via an internal web suite system called Lark, which also went by the name Faishu. Somebody look up what Faishu means. TikTok employees had sent significant amounts of restricted U.S. user data through Lark channels to address various operations issues. According to a court filing, it added this meant certain sensitive U.S. person data. If you work for the U.S. government and use TikTok, you are actually super dumb. Freedom of choice. It added this meant certain sensitive U.S. person data were being stored on Chinese servers and accessible to ByteDance employees in China. Don't forget, we've already seen that ByteDance is absolutely a CCP prop. We have seen that. We have proven that. We've had congressional and Senate hearings about it. Pay attention, people. What bleeding kit did Bob show at the beginning of the stream?
When you showed the giveaway stuff?
Yeah, I showed the giveaway stuff at the beginning. This right here, this is got your compressed gauze, gloves, an S-mark, and then you got a tourniquet that deploys out with a chest seal right here. This is the belt kit. The belt kit. Because it can go on the belt a couple of different ways. It's an awesome little first aid kit. You can run it horizontally, you can run it vertically, depending on how you clip it in. It's also got shears on the back here. Awesome little blowout kit. Great for the small of the back, great for the belt line somehow. It's a good stuff.
11 entries, so you still got over...
Dude, you got above 50% chance of winning right now, and double entries are a thing, guys. Get to going. Get to going. Guys, this is like one of our best giveaways that we're doing on a live stream. Come on, you crazy kids.
There's 2 full built-out kits.
Help me justify this.
Did we have 2 full built?
No, we did not have 2 full
last
built
time?
kits last time.
We had 1.
We have 2 fully built out kits this time. Come on. So TikTok is stealing your data. TikTok will continue to steal your data. That's nothing new.
Yeah.
We know this. We've
Quit
seen this.
using it.
What?
I'm like, quit using it.
Yeah,
Can I
guys.
quit using it now?
I mean, you just have to use it in a work capacity.
I know.
That's all. You don't use it. I mean, you can do whatever you want in your personal
I
capacity.
don't have. No.
Yeah. 11, ouch. Let the games begin. That's right. Sexy belt kit. Thanks, Rickster. I'm a big fan of it too. So, The next thing in terms of social media conglomerates that are doing everything just fine and it's not a big deal, don't worry about it. Meta agrees to pay Texas 1.4 billion. What was that? 1.4 billion dollars.
Was it billion, not million?
Billion dollar.
Wow.
$1.4 billion dollars in a settlement in a biometric data lawsuit. You might go, Bob, what do you mean a biometric data lawsuit? Well, let's get into it, because everybody knows Meta. It's our favorite Instagram and Facebook platform. Meta Platforms has agreed to pay a $1.5 billion settlement as a lawsuit brought to them by the state of Texas over its unauthorized capture and use of personal biometric data of Facebook users. In 2022, the lawsuit, Mr. Paxson accused Facebook's parent company of using facial recognition technology to collect biometric data of more than 20 million Texans without their permission. The information was captured in photos and videos uploaded to the social media platform, according to the 29-page lawsuit. The settlement is the largest obtained in a lawsuit brought by a single state, according to Mr. Paxson's office. After vigorously pursuing justice for our citizens whose privacies were violated by Meta's use of facial recognition software, I'm proud to announce that we have reached the largest settlement ever obtained from an action brought by a single state. Any abuse of Texan-sensitive data will be met with the full force of the law. A Meta spokesperson told the Epoch Times that the company was glad to resolve the issue with the state of Texas. I'm sure they were.
If you don't know what that is, that's Chuck Norris. When they say that you will be met with like the full force, we're talking Texas Rangers. Chuck Norris will be there.
Chuck Norris is coming for Meta right now.
It's like a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are pleased to resolve this matter and look forward to exploring future opportunities to deepen our business investment in Texas, including potentially developing data centers. The reason they say that is because Texas is the #1 economic growth per capita in any of the states right now. It is our financial hub in the country. There's no greater state financially than Texas currently. And Meta knows this. So Meta wants to be real nice to Texas. But the thing is Meta stole all of the facial recognition data and biometric data from its users inside of Texas. And I'm sure, hey, Lauren, it was just Texas, right?
Oh, yeah. They totally singled out Texas.
Yeah, it was just Texas.
It's like only Texas cared.
Oh.
That's what I'm going to go with.
Oh, so it's probably also relevant in the other 49 states inside of the country?
Governor Stint.
Oof. Governor Stitt, if you're watching right now, which I know you are because you're a big fan of the show, please sue on behalf of all of Oklahoma. We already have case law precedent. Please get us that paper back from Meta. A Meta spokesperson, the spokesperson noted that the agreement was not an admission of any wrongdoing. Of course, it's just a settlement out of court. It's fine, which never means anyone did anything wrong. It just means that they didn't want a bunch of stuff coming to discovery because then we would know what they're doing with the data. Ouch! The Texas lawsuit was the first major case brought and settled under the state's 2009 Capture or Use of Biometric Identifier Act, making it unlawful to use facial recognition software to capture and store data without lawful consent. The law provides damages of up to $25,000 for each violation. According to the court documents, Facebook captured the biometric data through a feature known as tag suggestions, which was first rolled out in 2011.
Do you remember that?
No.
When they started being like, hey, is this your friend? And it was just like based off of their face.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to tag so-and-so? And you're like, what?
Yeah. You
Google
could literally
does
just
that.
hover over their face.
Google will make your own album. Like, that's your dog. Google will do that for your dog.
Yeah. Google has the biometric data on your dog. Eye in the sky is real. It's all coming down, guys. For nearly a decade, the company claimed the tag suggestions tool was implemented to make tagging photos easier for Facebook users. The feature was discontinued in September of 2019. Facebook was disclosing users' personal information to other entities who further exploited it, the lawsuit states. Moreover, Facebook often failed to destroy biometric identifiers within a reasonable time. Great. Exposing Texans to the ever-increasing risks to their well-being, safety, and security. Meta will pay the state of Texas over 5 years, with the first installment due within 30 days of the executed date of the agreement. Now, what I'm curious is how is Texas going to pay out that to its people? That's what I want to know. I want to know what Texas is doing.
Is it going to be like a check?
Yeah, Eagle Eye definitely lives. It's real. It's definitely real. Skynet
That
Online.
movie, Eagle Eye. It's always the AI. You know what is always like the theme of the movies? The AI is like, you're the problem.
Yeah.
So we're going to fix the problem
Right.
by taking you out of the equation.
It's like that song. AI, they're watching you.
That's not how it goes.
Is that how it goes?
No,
Or
but
what does it go? How's it go?
now I don't know.
Oh, you just got nervous. She didn't want to sing in front of you guys.
No,
That's all
I
it
just
was. She
don't.
got nervous. It's okay.
I
It's
don't
all
know
right.
the lyrics.
What's
I
that, Medic
just
Mouse?
don't think it's that.
Guys, don't forget, get in the giveaway while you can. Time's running out. Time is running out.
You know what? It's time for.
What is it time for?
It's time
It's
for
time.
a word from our sponsor, Refuge Training.
It's time for a word from our sponsor, Refuge Training. Guys, if you are not training right now to build skills that make you more resilient in case of an emergency or civil unrest, I don't know what you're actually doing. I don't know why you are asleep at the wheel, but you really, really, really need to pay attention. We have training classes available right now. We have training classes in the store for September. We have a couple more that are going to be relaunching soon. With that, get serious about your training. It's time to invest in skills and not just in gear. Gear is awesome. Gear is important. If you don't have what you need and lines of redundancy for it, get it now. Stop buying nonsense off of Amazon that's Chinese and will fail. Buy from American companies that love you, and get proper training, whether it's with Refuge, whether it's with other reputable training organizations. The reason we love doing training so much here is we bring you into our family. We make you part of the team. And, we shut down the whole store. We do a barbecue. We make you food. We hang out. We learn together. We do hard things together. We earn some sweat equity together. And everybody gets better every single time. The cadre gets better. The individual student gets better. It's a great time. So if you guys are interested in the night responder, if you're interested in the essential responder, which is in September, reach out, bob@refugemedical.com. Really simple, bob@refugemedical.com. We do have a couple more sponsorships, a couple that are still available. If you're interested, don't be an ass. Come to class. It is the right move every time. It's always the right time to train, guys. It is always the right time to train. The night responder is going to be awesome. The essential responder is going to be awesome. The location is great. I've been doing a lot of planning with that. I've been working with some absolute operators for the capabilities inside of it. And man, I can't give too much away. I will tell you though that this is an incredible opportunity. You will get to train to a new level. You'll get a new level of expertise boiled down to you. Come on. How often is it that you get to go out in the woods and train with some gangsters, get some oppositional force training, some austere medicine training, as well as put practical TECC skills to use, care under fire skills to use, and see, hey, this is what I would do. This is what my gear is going to do. This is how I'm going to feel. This is, all these emotions and struggles mentally, physically, and it's just a really cool opportunity. So I recommend you get with it. Do the K9 IV sets have an expiration date? Everything has an expiration date. Yes, they do. That's why you should recycle through your gear. Just bought an ankle bag and some other stuff. Nice, Alex. Good job, man. Very cool, very cool, very cool. So, continuing on. What you got? Oh, well, okay. Continuing on in our wonderful cybersecurity realm when it comes to all things security in the cyber. Increasing cybersecurity breaches result in higher consumer prices, IBM report reveals. You mean people stealing stuff make stuff cost more? I am surprised by that. The financial impact of data breaches on organizations worldwide continues to grow. A new report by International Business Machines, IBM, highlighted this week. Companies have increasingly passed these costs on to their customers, with more than half of the surveyed organizations indicating they have raised prices as a result, according to the report. Conducted by the Phoninome Institute and sponsored by IBM, the 2024 Cost of a Data Breach report indicates a 10% surge in the global average cost of a data breach, now reaching $4.88 million per incident. This marks the highest increase since the pandemic. the report found, underscoring a growing challenge businesses face in protecting their information. This month, for example, AT&T announced a data breach that affected nearly all of the company's customers, while pharmacy chain Rite Aid announced a year's worth of customer data had been obtained by bad actors. The IBM report attributes the spike in cost to impacts on the business as well as correction efforts. Business disruption, and post-breach customer support and remediation drove the cost spike. So, instead of letting it eat their profits because they did a poor job as a business protecting their clientele, they raised their prices so that they could keep their profits the same. You tracking? Despite the daunting financial figures, the report sheds light on a potential silver lining: artificial intelligence and automation. Organizations that have extensively deployed AI and automation across their security operations centers reported an average cost reduction of $2.2 million per breach. Hey, didn't we just have an AI and automated system in place with CrowdStrike, and then the system that was supposed to catch the error didn't catch the error because it was a different type of error than the system was supposed to catch? So the system that catches errors went down, and then a bunch of errors went down, creating a network effect that literally grounded planes all across the world, as well as put a bunch of news broadcasts down on their butt. Didn't that just happen? Thank goodness we have AI and automation reducing costs. Gosh, so safe. The most. These technologies have proven effective in reducing the time required to identify and contain breaches, thereby mitigating damage. Applying security AI and automation is paying off, lowering breach costs in some instances by an average of $2.2 million. This finding highlights the changing role of advanced technologies in bolstering cybersecurity defenses. However, the cybersecurity landscape continues to face some challenges as the report identifies a severe and growing shortage of skilled security personnel as a major issue. More than half of the breached organizations reported facing significant security staffing shortages, a situation that correlates with higher breach costs, according to the report. This skills gap has increased by double digits from the previous year, exacerbating the vulnerabilities within many organizations. The report also delves into the initial attack vectors and root causes of the breaches. Compromised credentials were the most common initial attack vector, involving in 16% of breaches, and also the costliest, averaging $4.8 million per breach. Phishing, social engineering attacks were similarly prevalent and costly, with the report says underscores the need for robust employee training and advanced security measures. In addition, the impact of breaches on business operations was substantial, with a significant 70% of organizations experiencing notable business disruption, with the average cost of breaches escalating in tandem with the severity of the disruption, the report found. For those reporting very significant disruptions, the average cost of such disruptions rose to about $5 million. Geographically, the United States reported the highest average data breach cost at $9.36 million, followed by the Middle East and then Germany. In terms of industry, healthcare remained the most expensive sector for data breaches, with an average cost of $9.77 million, despite a slight reduction from the previous year. The annual report has characterized healthcare as the most expensive sector in relation to costs associated with data breaches. Good. Because if I know one thing is that healthcare doesn't cost enough as it is, and we got to raise those prices. We got to raise them up. No, CrowdStrike was internal, malicious. No, it wasn't. It was automated systems that failed with internal malicious actors. And it would have been caught had they had actual systems in place and not automated systems that were designed to fail. Bad condition, discoloration, and precipitates are what you want to check for. Any idea what kind of fabric to carry an effing tourniquet t-shirt is made from? Not off the top of my head. I would guess cotton, if I was a betting man. I wish I knew that information off the top of my head. Drip lines are a bit more fickle. They tend to get stiff and crack over time. Striker Cake, you don't know anything about medical, bro. You wouldn't know. You've never rendered aid inside of mass casualty events. He literally has. The dude is based. He's a really, really smart guy.
Remember when we met him
We were like, oh.
Yeah, when this is how I met Striker Cade. He was like, "Hey Bob, I'm Striker Cade." I was like, "Hey Striker Cade, holy smokes, you're a big dude." That's how it happened.
Yep.
That is how it happened. I think if you get caught wearing that shirt without a TQ, you should have to sing a song in public or something to remind you to carry it. Yeah, just PTSD.
Which one?
The carry an F and tourniquet shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Guys, we got a few more minutes to get into the giveaway right now. We got the belt kit. We got the black multicam Bear Fact fully packed out. We got the rip shears. We got the nice hat here. Very cool. Got Yodhe Vadhe on the back, the Refuge Medical on the front, or Yodhe Vadhe on the front, Refuge Medical on the back. There we go. I can use words. As well as the hydration kit that I'm currently using as a microphone stand. All right. So we got one more story.
This one's like your feel good. I cried a little bit when I was reading it.
This is the Supreme Court reform proposal.
Oh, did you read the one about the guy who...
Not yet.
Oh, never mind. I don't care. That one did not make me cry. I could care less.
We're not going to read this. This is... It's all fake. None of it's real. Who is taller, Cody or Stryker?
What are the new kids with just
They're
the
probably about
minimum?
the same size.
Oh,
But Stryker is like... Doosh.
Sawson asked, what are the new kits with just the minimum? TJ said they would sell out. Is he talking about the BPK with the Bear Fact?
He probably is talking
Do you
about
want
the
to talk
BBK
about that?
with the
Because
Bear
I have a
Fact.
beautiful photo of it.
Yeah, you can go ahead and put your beautiful photo up. So right now, if you grab a BPK, you can add on a Bear Fact outer, and it fits
Where is
inside perfectly. So it's a good, affordable kitting option to have an outer bag that you can put onto a plate carrier on a back or a belt or anything like that, but still have some good quality medical gear inside of it. Now, it doesn't have the inner bag with it, and it isn't packed. It's in a vacuum sealed kit, but it's still an amazing kit right there. Easy to access, quickly deployable, all that. Do.
That's mean, Striker.
Do. Boop. All right, so we got two stories right here. The first one is a reminder to work out. Muscle may be the hidden key to a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. From a young age, we are encouraged to save for retirement, investing in our financial future to ensure a comfortable and fulfilling later life. What if we could also invest in our future health with the same diligence? Enter skeletal muscle, the often overlooked organ of longevity. Dr. Gabrielle Lyon, a board-certified family physician and leading voice in muscle-centric medicine, calls skeletal muscle the true organ of longevity. Mounting scientific evidence supports her claim. A 2014 study published by the American Journal of Medicine found that older adults with more muscle mass were less likely to die prematurely, independent of fat mass and other risk factors. Muscle mass surpasses body mass index as a predicator of lifespan and plays a pivotal role in maintaining overall health and independence as we age, according to a 2014 study in the American Journal of Medicine. It is increasingly being recognized that total body mass is an inadequate marker of prognosis in older adults. Dr. Lyon wrote in her book Forever Strong, the higher your healthy muscle mass, the greater your protection against all-cause mortality and morbidity. So this goes to a deeper thing of you guys right now. What could I be doing to get ready for SHTF? What could I be doing to get ready for preparedness for the chaos that's coming and all this stuff? You guys need to be getting in shape. You really, really need to be getting in shape. You need to be lifting weights. You need to be running. You need to be walking. And start where you can. Not everybody's going to be Striker Cade benching 350.
We have a ton of people here at work that have just in the last month started working out.
Yeah. Everybody is at different paths, and that goes back to have a culture of sustainability. If you guys are like, man, I need to put all these beans in buckets, but you're living an unhealthy lifestyle, you got an unhealthy diet, we see it inside of class sometimes. Individuals who are living in an unhealthy manner struggle in high stress situations. Their cardiovascular system cannot support it. Their respiratory system cannot support it. And that's because they're not used to high stress situations. What you're doing when you're working your body out is you're putting it into constant stress mode. Whether it be respiratory distress or even, muscular distress and all these different things. It's very good for your body to feel that because it gets stronger and more resilient to these things. So if you have an unhealthy lifestyle right now, or maybe you think you could be more healthy is the better way to say it, get involved, get active. It doesn't take much to do push-ups every day, to go for a walk with your wife, to go running, to get a good workout in. I mean, even if you're working out for 30, 45 minutes a day, that's a lot. That's a lot more than most people are doing. And it will have it's a net positive effect on your life, as long as you're doing it properly. If you go lifting weights, then you've never lifted weights before, and you start doing it like a dummy, you're probably going to hurt something, and that happens. But take some time and truly get focused on your physical fitness, on your physical health, because that will save you tens of thousands of dollars down the road in medical treatment, as well as it will save you hundreds of hours, if not thousands of hours, with your family, with your loved ones, which is the whole point of this whole thing. Justin Winch said it perfectly. PT is free. Just saying. Yeah, it's the free thing you can do. The only thing it costs is sweat equity. And sweat equity is one thing that Americans just don't want to pay anymore. So do not be that stereotype. Type in average American into an AI photo generator and look at the obesity that pops up. Talk to people in Europe, talk to people in the Middle East, and be like, what do you think of Americans? They're fat, they're lazy.
Oh, it's like to see someone who's fit is the unusual thing now.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh wow, look at how fit that person is.
Yeah, look how fit that person is.
But that's so unusual.
I refer you to the 60s and 70s. Go look at a picture of a beach.
Everybody was, I'm not saying everybody was ripped, but everybody was thin.
Yeah, and toned.
Yeah.
And that comes back to, yes, I know what they're putting in the food. Yes, I know it's extremely hard right now. But, okay, cool. Hard things are worth doing. Pain is weakness leaving the body.
Guys, it's so, think about it this way, too. If you set yourself up to eat the right way now, store the right kind of food, because eating the French fries and the fried food and the unhealthy breads and all that crap is only going to cut your life short.
Striker Cade, that's a good little workout. He said, set alarms on your phone every 30 minutes, do push-ups to failure, 10 every 30 minutes over 10 hours is 200 a day.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's a great little workout right there. Can you do 10 push-ups every 30 minutes?
Ooh, dude, yeah.
You could totally do that.
Yeah, but I mean girl push-ups at first.
2 kettlebells can do a lot. Guys, go walk.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy anything. Americans are always like, I got to buy some workout. It's like, dude, can you just work out? Can you just do some push-ups, do some sit-ups?
A lot of times the gyms are not too expensive either. Ours out here is not bad.
No, ours isn't bad. My wife and I personally, our goal is one day have a home gym so we can work out as a family together. We want to instill that into the kiddos. But I think it's...
We did in Texas.
Yeah, I think it's important, right? I'm actually going to do that right now. Yeah, nice. S Vans, nice.
Just add, even if you're like, where do I start? Just start walking. Start
Lauren
walking 30 minutes a day.
7 Heather 7 said, Lauren, hush. Shut your pretty face and let us enjoy our delicious chemical meals.
No. You know what? Okay, I ate Indian food last night. My husband and I have been eating, not completely carnivore, but we've been eating pretty clean, trying to stick with lower complex carbs, a lot of protein. I've never eaten so much, I've never been so protein focused ever. And I ate Indian food last night, and when I went home, it was like a balloon was shoved in my stomach. It was
bunch of rice and bunch of noodles.
I didn't even eat a bunch of rice, but just all of the freaking sodium. It was so much that I felt dehydrated.
Yeah.
And just, it was too much. So when I left, I felt awful. And today I'm like, no.
I wonder how much that had to do with the iodine in the salt that they were using too.
I don't know, but my mouth felt awful.
Because if you were having good salt, you just would have been super mineral rich, you know?
If it was good salt. I felt dehydrated to the max.
That's interesting.
So bad.
It's definitely interesting.
We got our order completed.
Nice,
you guys
Jimmy.
have 7 minutes, and I'm cutting it off because I'm putting all these names as they come into the wheel. But I have to generate the wheel to be able to move it onto the screen. So we're
Striker Kate said India's national bird is dysentery. Oh my gosh. So they keep talking about this Indian restaurant, and I know 2 people who have went there in the past 2 weeks, and both of them have gotten sick and not felt good afterwards. And I'm like, man, yeah, I'm gonna stick to not eating that stuff.
No, the Indian food in Branson is like the best thing you've ever had. And honestly, not everything was bad last night. There was some stuff that was really good, but I just felt like garbage after.
These workouts are awesome, guys, that I'm seeing in here. These workouts are awesome. Looking to bring some goodies to look at tomorrow. Rock and roll, Jimmy. Rock and roll. I'll be excited to see you. I'll be excited to
Gus
see
got
you.
his
Order is in, Gus Wolf said. Guys, get them in. You can double order if you want to. We got one more story to read, and then we're going to go to the drawing. So don't forget, if you're wondering, if you put the order in for $100, you can win the fully built out belt kit, a fully built out bear fac, the Adventure 1 of 1 blue on blue. You got the rip shears. You got the Refuge Medical Yodhe Vodhe beanie, as well as the hydration kit, right? So all those are going. I mean, what did you guys think the curry was covering up? Classic. A bad flavor. So, the road to healing, the power of nutrition, faith, and forgiveness. After a catastrophic car crash, doctors said Will Boggs couldn't survive, but he proved them wrong while clinging to life in a hospital bed. It took a full 30 minutes to cut 15-year-old Will Boggs out of the twisted metal and broken glass that had, moments before, been his family car. Will, who had been sitting in the back seat, received the full impact of an 18-wheeler that T-boned them going 65 miles an hour. Will describes the day of the accident in a post on the Living Waters Ministry website. It was the spring of 2005 when Will, his mother, and his sister were on the way to their grandparents' house for spring break. It was dark, rainy, and a windy day. The visibility was poor. After stopping at a fruit stand, his sister Casey, who was driving, pulled back out onto the highway. She looked both ways and saw a truck driver motioning her onto the road. She slowly pulled back onto the highway and was hit by an 18-wheeler going full speed. Will's mother, Mrs. Boggs, describes the moment after the impact in a video about Will's story, saying everything became surreal. It was a miracle anybody was alive. Mrs. Boggs recalls that when she came to, she could feel her daughter's presence, but that she could not feel her son. When she slowly turned her head to look behind her, she saw that Will was sitting in the back seat, covered with blood. Will spoke to the Epoch Times, recounting the details of that day, and it changed his life forever. 19 years ago, I was in a very bad car accident, and a tractor trailer hit our vehicle right where I'm sitting. They weren't able to find any vitals when the paramedics arrived, and I was declared a fatality. With no vital signs, Will was immediately airlifted to a nearby trauma center where he was given oxygen, and his heart was shocked back into beating. He was alive, but barely clinging to life and in a coma. Due to diffuse bleeding in his brain and blockages in his carotid artery, he had multiple strokes that paralyzed his left side. Scans of Will's brain revealed that as a result of the impact of the accident, his brain had been severed from his brain stem. The doctor said there was nothing he could do. The power of faith. Will's parents, Lee and Denise Boggs, are ministers and co-founded the Living Waters Ministry in 1998. They would not give up on their son and chose faith, prayer, and hope. Retrieving Will's Bible from the wreckage, Mrs. Boggs began reading the Word of God over her son, focusing on Will's brain and brainstem. Every day she read over him as he lay in a coma in the hospital bed. She read and she prayed, holding on to hope for her son's life. Will said that a few days later, a second brain scan revealed a thin line connecting his brain and his brainstem that baffled the doctors. They were not entirely sure what it meant, but his mother knew. In a previous interview, Mrs. Boggs remembered the moment she heard the scans and revealed. Overcome, she declared, I know what that is. That is where God has stitched his brain back into his brainstem. She was right. In an interview, she remembers telling the doctor, God has said that we will see goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Miss Boggs continued to read scripture over her son. Will explains that somewhere around day 35 of his coma, his family began giving him aloe-asamanid supplement given to them by a doctor and a friend of the family. In the interview, his mother explains that on day 40 of his coma, as she sat next to his hospital bed, about to begin the day's reading of scripture, Will did something that he hadn't done before. He turned his head. A moment later, he said his first words since the accident, Ezekiel 16:6.
I can read that if you want, because I had to look it up during the...
Yeah, could you please?
Yeah. So Ezekiel 16.
He barely has his brain connected to his brainstem. He turns his head and says Ezekiel 16:6.
Okay, so it's, and when I passed by you and saw you struggling in your own blood, I said to you, in your blood, live. Yes, I said to you, in your blood, live.
His mother, in shock, started flipping through her Bible looking for the verse. When she saw it, the message was clear. So God had given him that verse. She said, it doesn't matter what the doctors say. God
it
says
never
live.
matters. Just FYI, guys, it never matters because they see in the spiritual or in the physical, and Yah sees in the spiritual, and it is His will for you to be healthy because Yeshua said, by His stripes we are healed. It's His will. Just remember that.
While in this coma, Will said he could hear his mother reading the Word of God over to him, and that it gave him hope and encouragement. When Will regained consciousness, he faced a long, difficult recovery. He told the Epoch Times that he was significantly impaired. He couldn't see out of his left eye and had double vision in his right, which, he was told, would require surgery to correct. He was paralyzed on the left side and in a wheelchair, and he was unable to walk or talk. But slowly, he began to improve. He was still taking the aloe-acinan supplement, first in his feeding tube and then in his food once he could swallow. His double vision healed without surgery. He slowly regained the ability to move his left side and, with support, began walking with a cane. Will says he was driven to recover. He told the Epoch Times that he was motivated to improve himself physically and be able to run again, something he had excelled at before his accident. From a wheelchair to walking with a cane, then barely walking, and then running. So it just became an outlet for me to run. And I would listen to the Rocky soundtrack and then go running or, do workout stuff. That was always a big inspiration to me. The Rocky movies and the Rocky soundtrack, that was a big motivating force for me. Will said it took him 6 months to a year to walk efficiently and a year or two after that to get to a slow jog because his left side was paralyzed. It took many more years to use his left hand and play guitar, something he loves to do. All in all, he says that in full circle, it took him approximately 12 years to fully heal. He explained that the dedication of his family was instrumental in his recovery. My family continued to fight for me, getting therapy and taking me to the appointments, so my family supported my recovery. And, they didn't send me off to an institution or an inpatient rehab center. They worked with me directly in the outpatient rehab. So I think that's a big part of it, the family working together and being present.
Being present.
A few days before he came out of his 40-day coma, Will's family began to give him the aloe supplement, which he continues to take to this day, as do his wife and children. Will told the Epoch Times that he attributes much of his physical healing to its beneficial effects, especially restoring function to the left side and healing his brain. The supplement's main ingredient, asamanin, is a phytonutrient and a polysaccharide derived from aloe vera. Dr. Reginald McDaniel, an anatomical and clinical pathologist, developed the supplement Will had been taking since his accident. He told the Epoch Times that he has been researching the health benefits of aloe-asamanin for nearly 4 decades and calls Will's recovery the most remarkable case of restored life that has occurred in 39 years. I have been focused on what aloe-asamanin can do to restore health. Dr. McDaniel explained its healing effects, telling the Epoch Times aloe-asamanin generates millions of adult stem cells from the patient's bone marrow. A 43-page review of asamanin and its therapeutic applications published in Pharmaceutics in 2023 states that asamanin has a wide range of benefits, including excellent immunomodularity, antiviral, anti-tumor, and tissue regeneration effects. Asamanin regulates and enhances the immune system by regulating the activity of lymphocytes, macrophages, and
Yah made that plant.
dendritic cells, and promoting the creation of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is synthesized by many cells involving in immunity and inflammation and is an important toxic defense molecule against infectious organisms. It also regulates the functional activity, growth, and death of a variety of immune and inflammatory cells, including macrophages, T lymphocytes, antigen-presenting cells, mast cells, neutrophils, and natural killer cells. The review also discusses asamanin's effect on stem cells, saying it can stimulate the proliferation and differentiation of stem cells, improving the speed and quality of bone tissue regeneration. The study also mentions that asamanin promotes soft tissue healing by stimulating fibroblast proliferation and cytokine expression. Studies have shown that aloe can also benefit the brain. Will told the Epoch Times the initial reports of his brain showed that many of the brain cells were black, meaning they were dead. He believes the supplement helped restore the function of the brain. Will attributes several factors to his healing: his family's faith in God and refusal to accept the doctor's dire predictions, the supplement that healed his body and brain, and forgiveness. If they had blamed each other, if mom or dad blamed each other or blamed Casey or had been angry and bitter at each other, then they would not have been able to think, to read, to pray for my healing, because they would have been so angry and bitter, he said. When Will returned to high school, many former friends and classmates rejected him. He was going through the long and challenging process of recovery and still learning to do things that his peers took for granted. Although it was a painful experience, Will said that with work, time, and prayer, he forgave them. Will also struggled for many years to forgive his sister, who was driving the car that day, and his father, who did not accompany the rest of the family on the trip over spring break because he was working. He told the Epoch Times that in his mind at that time, if his father had been with them, he would have been driving, preventing the accident. So I had to really forgive my dad and my sister, and it took me years and years of forgiving them and just working through the process of forgiveness of them and daily choosing to forgive and speaking the truth in love. When asked about the future, Will told the Epoch Times about his plans. I want to open up a faith-based health and wellness center that focuses on people's spiritual needs, but also their physical needs. It would also focus on the family, helping families to be restored. I want to help people with their nutrition, their fitness, but also want to help people with their spiritual life and in awakening a generation. He says he has also been called to minister and that God started opening doors for him to share his story and encourage others. Will is working on 2 degrees, one in health and nutrition and one in divinity, and is continuing to run. Right now, I'm training for a 16-mile race, but later this year I'll be training for a
16-mile race.
But later I'll be training for a 50K ultra marathon, which I've already run 2 times now. It's been 19 years since the accident that tore Will's life apart. For a teenager who was not supposed to survive, he went on to talk, walk, run, go to college, get married, and is now the father of 3 beautiful children. He credits his entire incredible recovery to God, his faith, the supplement that helped him heal his body and brain, and the determination of the unconditional love of his family who never gave up on him. When asked what he would say to anyone struggling, battling an illness, or feeling lost in the darkness, Will shared this insight. I think our suffering in life and the difficulties are God's megaphone to get our attention, to draw us closer to him. Will is an ordained minister and evangelist and now preaches for the Living Waters Ministry. In a message on the website, Will's purpose for his future is clear. Something he has been able to do in his own life and now wishes for others. It is my art to see God take everything that is broken in your life and make something beautiful.
It was a good one.
Dude, almost got me a couple times.
Yeah. Okay, guys. It's official. I've cut it off. The last order I got in was Brenda. Okay? So, it's official. Mouse said he doesn't think he made it on the last, he thinks I missed his name on the last wheel. I couldn't tell you. I'm pretty sure I got everybody on the last wheel.
Really quick, guys. This is just a witness. This is a further witness and a testimony to Messiah's saving grace, to the Father's compassion and mercy and love. And the love for you. If you are struggling right now, do not be dismayed. He says in John 14, he says, I did not leave you orphans. He did not leave us orphans. He left this earth in the fleshly plane, but he is still with us. Our Father is still with us every day. If Elohim is for us, who could be against us? Who? No one. No one. Have faith. Have faith, my friends.
I believe he wants you well. And I saw another testimony that was really incredible. It was a nurse. She had cancer, and she was doing everything she could think of. As a nurse, she knew a lot. So she tried the health route. She tried, everything. Nothing was working. And something hit her. Isaiah talking about how he's, by his stripes we are healed. And, it's not something that says, you will be. It says you are. So she started standing on the fact that, he already paid for it. And she was his daughter. So she was just going to decide that, okay, well, then it's done. I'm not going to worry about this anymore. And she had this, breakthrough moment. She was feeling great. She thought, when I get home and I get tested, everything's going to be great. I'm healed. I know it. She went and got tested. Her numbers were the worst they'd ever been. She lit the papers on fire, never went back to the doctor, and is alive today and totally healthy. She was like, nope, I'm not going to believe what they say because they don't have the last word. He does. That's amazing.
Have confidence.
Seriously, it's hard to have that kind of faith. But
I have walked into medical doctors before and them ask me what I think, and I've already received a word from the Most High. I'm like, hey, I've already received this word. And they're like, well, what if it's not right? I'm like, then you're wrong. That's what it means. That means that you are wrong. All right? So have faith, my brothers and sisters. Please have faith.
Are we ready to spin the wheel?
A couple comments I want to hit on really quick.
Okay.
I was on a ventilator for a very long time. Yeshua was with me. I'm here after being pronounced twice. I was in a
Wow.
coma 15 months, and that was a big personal testimony story. It took a few years. Praise Elohim, Shannon West. That is awesome. That is awesome.
How come I can still see him running? Oh,
707. Yah gives us what we need. The plants are Yah given since the beginning, hence why so many of us have a benefit from to our health, and why eating chemicals makes us unwell and is toxic. Gonna have to put tissues in the giveaway if we keep having these stories.
Aren't they great though? Like we have to we listen to all this horrible news and then we get those kind of stories and you're like, yes.
Yeah, it's a welcome change. It's a welcome change.
I know. Heather, I'm sorry. I forgot. Sometimes I'm so focused on what I'm doing, I'm not looking. I have two screens, and one shows me what's currently on. The other shows me what's about to be on, and so I have shifted Bob over so we have room for the wheel. Are we ready to spin?
All right, let's spin the first one. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right, I'm transitioning it over. All right, guys, I'm going to wait till I see it up on the screen. Remember, if you are not still on the live, we will spin again. First person to win the first spin gets first dibs, so on and so forth. There will be 6 winners, and hopefully it will be popping up on the screen, and we're going to go ahead and get ready to spin.
we go.
Are we ready? Drum roll.
We're ready.
First spin is happening.
First spin.
Here we go. And Ryan Curtis.
Ryan Curtis.
Ryan Curtis.
Bow, bow. Big bucks, no whammies. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Who is Ryan Curtis? Ryan Curtis, give us what's up in the chat.
There's such a lag.
Let us know, let us know, let us know. Ryan Curtis.
Here we go.
Who is Ryan?
Be here, be here, be here. Heather Ryan.
Ryan, you got to comment, otherwise you don't win, man.
All right, I'm going to get a notepad so I can take my notes.
You got to comment, otherwise you don't win.
So I think what we'll do is this. Let's spin through till we've spun 6 people.
Yep.
And then we'll spin again for Ryan's spot.
That's what we did last time.
So our first name was Ryan Curtis, and he's got a couple of minutes. Reveal thyself, Ryan.
Amen, Striker Cade. Amen.
All right. I'm removing his name since he has already, nothing, just, okay. The Rickster, he will definitely pray, I'm sure, before we get out of here. Runs to Google account, changes my
screen
name to
name.
Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, we'd know.
Here we go. All right, so this is now going to be the first person who gets to pick Kevin Timber.
Kevin. Where you at, Kev? Are you here? Kevin!
Where are you? It's because there's such a lag. Have you even gotten Kevin on your end yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, it's coming.
It's coming.
I wish there wasn't such a lag. I wonder if there's a way to fix that. There we go. Let's see.
Here we go, Kevin. Here we go.
He's been in here, so I believe anyway.
I think Kevin's still here.
Let's see. What will Kevin choose? What will Kevin choose?
Kevin in a Home Alone voice, yes.
Yay!
I'll take the multi-black kit. Yeah, nice,
All
Kevin.
right.
You got the multi-cam black Bearfac. Boom, fully built out. I'll take the inner, you take the outer. No, I'm joking. This will go to you, Kevin. I hope you enjoy it, bro. It's made with love. I'll give it a little hug for you.
Awesome. Okay, Ryan Curtis, if you are in the chat, you did win. So you got to comment, though, if you want to pick. You got to let us know you're
here. Otherwise,
all right.
It's going to somebody else. Who's
we
next?
are removing Kevin, and we are spinning again.
What do we got? Who's up?
Dennis? I don't know how to say that.
Yeah,
Yay,
Dennis.
Dennis! Fragale. Fragale?
Dennis a Fragale. A Fragile.
That's, yeah. You tell us how to say that. Dennis! It's,
Dennis Fraggle.
sorry for the lag, guys.
Fraggle. Fraggle.
Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock. Dennis, are you here?
Dennis, are you here?
Say it like an Italian. Dennis a Fragale.
Dennis! Wait. Oh, I think Shannon West is a little bit behind us. All right, so Dennis, I'm writing your name down. If you pop in the chat before we're done, re-spinning. How do I get added to the wheel? I am subbed and always like. Just Dreamin', we did. It's on the bottom of the screen, of the scrolly bar that says that if you did an order during the live stream of $100 or more, you got entered in. Oh, yay! It's Tora Prepper. He's here. Tora Prepper, are you Dennis? I'm guessing you're Dennis, because unless you're Ryan, you could be either one of them. Oh, Bob got it right. It is a Fragale.
A Fragale. Is it Dennis a Fragale?
All right. What do you want, Dennis? Let us know what you want.
Don, my name is Dennis a Fragale. You can pick any of the kits here. We got the multicam belt kit, the hat right here, the blue on blue, 1 of 1, the rip shears, and you got the boom. The Refuge Medical Hydration Kit. He said yes.
Yes.
You can't have them all.
Which one? No, it wasn't Tora Prepper that said that, Hemi. It was somebody else.
Hey, man, we're just glad you're here. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're hanging out. Seriously, we love you, bro.
All right, because of the lag, I'm going to go ahead and spin for the next person.
Okay, start
while
spinning.
He says what he wants. But Dennis, please tell us what you want.
Spin it. Run that mother. Bada, 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 bada.
You mean the big red banner? How did I miss that?
It's okay. It's not big and red. I'm scrolling on the bottom of the screen. It's hard out here. Multicam belt kit. You got it, brother.
Got it.
Boom. One
All
fresh
right.
multicam belt kit. TQ, chest seals in the back. You got your wound packing gauze up front. High quality American made gear that you can trust.
All right, Lila McKenzie, you are our third winner.
Lila. Ba, 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 ba. We got all these options right here. We got the blue on blue adventure kit, the refuge beanie, bam, the rip shears, and the hydration kit.
Lila.
I personally really like the rip shears, but that adventure kit is pretty sick too.
Saucin, who are you? You said I won. Are you Ryan or are you Lila? Gosh. Sorry, we're outing you on the internet. I don't know which one it is.
I'm going to go with, she's probably
Lila. Lila. Everyone's like, Saucin. I'm like, but I don't know who you are.
Well, she picked the adventure kit.
Okay, so Saucin. Let's see.
And we'll try to know how to send it to you.
Okay. Well, Lila's a real person, so I'm guessing. Guys, you got to remember.
Boom. There we go.
Oh, it is Lila. Okay, it's Lila.
Nice.
Guys, when people meet us, they're like, "Hey, I'm so and so," and I'm like, "That's amazing.
What's your screen name?
What's your YouTube name?" Then they tell me, I'm like, "Oh my God, I love you!" Like, I know you.
Yeah,
That's so exciting.
When I met Rhonda, I was like, they were like, "This is Rhonda." I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." They're like, "This is Rhonda Miller." I was like, "Oh, dude, you're freaking Rhonda Miller? Heck yeah, dude."
All right, our next winner. It's spinning.
It's spinning.
Oh, Brenda. Brenda, I spelled your last name Prings. My bad, yo. Congratulations, Brenda.
Brenda.
Brenda,
You can do the
Prings.
hydration kit, you can do the shears, or you can do the hat.
Brenda, that's you. It's not Brenda Prings. I apparently was typing fast. My
Jimmy.
bad.
Jimmy, you are in there. I can see your name.
She got the adventure bag. Brenda. Sorry, Brenda. Love you. My bad. Prings for the win. That's right. Brenda Prings.
Brenda, which one do you want?
You got the hat, the hydration kit, or the rip shears. I'm going to go ahead and spin for the next person because it's so behind. Awesome, Brenda. What do you want? She wants the hydration kit.
Nice, very cool. I'm gonna keep it right here because my microphone's on it. But now we know that this is yours.
All right,
All
we're
right.
spinning for the next one.
Got the rip shears. the
John
world's-
West, congratulations.
These are the world's fastest trauma shears. I don't know that it actually is. That's what it says on the back.
John West. If you are here, John, it is you. You got the hat or the shears.
Hat or shears. Unique titanium carbonitrate coating increases edge retention 9 times longer than hardened steel. These are pretty good shears.
John,
These and
that's
also these hats are awesome. Hey, Freeman Nuck. What are you looking for? Which one do we want? We want to do the hat. We want to do the shears. You want to give it to somebody? You want to give it to me? No, I'm joking.
He's going to take the shears because she's
shears.
already got the hat.
Oh, dang. He's already Refuge Nation. All right, last but definitely not least, we got the Refuge Beanie, which is not totally applicable in the August heat. But, hey, that's fine. Some
You know
places
what?
are cooler in the
I've
August.
heard that winter comes back around.
It does. Winter is coming. Bum, bum, bum.
The meme.
The meme.
And our last winner is...
Last but not least,
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's like by a hair. August Wolf.
August Wolf.
It literally was by a hair. It was like the littlest sliver. Do 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 do. That's right, Hemi. Congrats, August.
Man, Holly, you almost won. You almost won,
I
Holly.
know, it was so close.
August.
He's in here. He doesn't go by August in here, though. Are you still in here? Come on, say something.
Do you know who it is?
Yeah, it's, where is he? Hold on, I gotta go up a little bit.
Oh, Gus Wolf. Hat,
Gus
please.
Wolf, there we go.
Yeah.
I mean,
rock
that was your
and
only
roll.
choice, but winning.
Yeah. You get the hat. You get to choose. You chose this. Awesome, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out for the Refuge Report. We love you. You got until midnight to take advantage of the 20% off wound care buckets with the new shipping rate. All right, so get on it while you can. We appreciate all of you immensely. We love you with all of our heart. Let's take a minute. We're going to pray, and we're going to go crush the rest of this day, all right? All right. Heavenly Father, God, thank you so much for this day. Father, thank you for all the people on the stream right now. Thank you for building us up right now. Thank you for continuing to lead us, to guide us, to teach us in all that we do. Strengthen our hands, strengthen our hearts and our minds and our eyes. Fix them on you, Yeshua. Let us be more like you every day and less like the world. Let us forget these things of the world because they all pass away. Let us not get wrapped up in the material. Let us not get wrapped up in the physical, in the financial, or in the emotional. Let us focus on the spiritual matters. Let us focus our hearts and our minds on the heavenly things to best serve you. We love you, Yeshua. We praise you for your redemption. We praise you for how you've used this company. We praise you for the lives saved. We praise you for the aids rendered. We praise you for the ministry, for the people baptized, for the people that have come to know you more, that have come to grow closer to you. We just love you. I ask that if anybody hears about Refuge today, that it wouldn't be about first aid kits, that it wouldn't be about training, that it would be about you, Messiah, that it would convict them and compel them to come closer to you. And I ask this in your name because you're sovereign and you give to all who ask. Give us faith. Build us up, your church, whom loves you. It's in your name, amen.
All right, we are transitioning to the ending.
To the ending.
Thank you for being here, everyone. New aid rendered notification just dropped. All right, well, check the email. and we will put it out. Congrats to everyone who won. We will get your stuff out with your orders. Have a blessed day. We'll see you next week.